Welcome to the virtual public hearing for bicycle use on the state highway system and other federally funded projects presented by the Texas Department of Transportation, San Antonio District. We appreciate your interest in this program and thank you for your participation. Please note that this presentation can be paused at any point to allow you more time to review the slides. All project information and supplemental materials can be found on the project webpage. Due to the COVID-19 outbreak, along with our commitment to protecting public health, TxDOT is conducting this virtual public hearing to minimize in-person contact. This presentation will cover the same information that the San Antonio District would have shared at a live hearing. However, the comment process will be different, and that will be explained at the end of the presentation. All project information and supplemental materials can be found on the public hearing meeting notice page on TxDOT.gov or as specified on the local government project slides. The purpose of this public hearing is to provide information on transportation projects that might affect bicycle use, plans, policies, and programs for the TxDOT San Antonio District, and to receive public comments. This presentation will cover the same information that the San Antonio District would have shared at a live hearing. However, the comment process will be different, and that will be explained at the end of the presentation. All project information and supplemental materials can be found on the public hearing meeting notice page on TxDOT.gov or as specified on the local government project slides. This public hearing is being held in compliance with both federal and state laws, which are listed on this slide. Because of the guidelines for public hearings and the public comment period, we are constrained in responding to comments and questions during this prescribed comment period. We appreciate your understanding. This public comment period ends on June 18th, 2021, at which time the district will proceed with the preparation of the final public hearing summary report. Your statements and comments will be addressed in this document and will be given full consideration in moving forward in developing, planning, and programming of bicycle projects and programs. The public hearing summary report and comment response form will be posted on the public hearing page at TxDOT.gov, keyword search San Antonio Annual Bicycle Project Hearing. This presentation will cover how TxDOT plans and designs bicycle facilities, provide an overview of projects that will be constructed over the next 4 years, and provide the planned bike accommodations that will be implemented, present information on the TxDOT Transportation Alternatives Project Call for the state and the Alamo Area MPO, 2023-2026 Transportation Improvement Program Call, and we are including a formal hearing and comment period for 3 specific projects as a requirement for environmental clearance due to the addition of bike lanes. The projects include Broadway Street in Alamo Heights, Crestway Road in Bexar County, and South Praises Street in the city of San Antonio. We will conclude this presentation with how you can provide input on these projects, TxDOT plans, policies, and programs as they relate to bicycle use of the state highway system. Connectivity is an important aspect of the planning, development, and construction of effective bicycle routes. The district works with AAMPO, the Alamo Regional Rural Planning Organization, also known as AARPO, which is part of the Alamo Area Council of Governments, and local entities such as cities, counties, to identify bicycle and pedestrian projects that improve safety and connectivity between current and planned regional transportation networks. TxDOT relies on guidelines and standards that are outlined in the TxDOT Roadway Design Manual, the American Association of State Highways and Transportation Officials Bicycle and Pedestrian Design Guides, and the Texas Manual of Uniform Traffic Control Devices, as the primary resources for the planning, designing, and operating bicycle and pedestrian facilities. The San Antonio District also works directly with local governments to ensure we are implementing projects that are consistent with their adopted transportation plans. If you'd like to learn more about TxDOT's statewide bicycle pedestrian program, Go to TxDOT.gov and type the word bicycle in the search box and click on the Bicycle and Pedestrian webpage link. This web page provides information on the planning and design, funding opportunities, and various other resources about bicycle and pedestrian accommodations and safety, as required by the U.S. Department of Transportation and the TxDOT policy. TxDOT is currently delivering projects that have bike and pedestrian accommodations. This map highlights projects that TxDOT currently has planned over the next 4 years. This map will also be available on the public hearing webpage under downloadable linked title exhibit boards. The next slide outlines those projects and the specific bike and pedestrian accommodations that will be provided. These projects have already gone through the public involvement process required through the National Environmental Policy Act, or NEPA. On this table, you will find the highlighted projects on the previous map. This table includes the highway, the project limits, a project description, and the included bicycle and pedestrian accommodation for each project. More information will be available on the hearing webpage under exhibit boards. These projects have already been designed and environmentally cleared for project construction. On the exhibit boards, you'll be able to see when the previous public meetings and hearings were held for many of the listed projects. The Statewide Bicycle and Pedestrian Office, which is part of TxDOT's Public Transportation Division, administers the Statewide Transportation Alternatives Program. TxDOT's TA program, as it's called, provides federal funding to build walking and bicycling infrastructure in small and medium-sized communities located outside of major metro areas. Local entities are eligible to apply for these funds. A competitive call for projects was opened in early 2021 and received applications from every TxDOT district in the state. This map highlights the general location of the local government projects within the San Antonio District. These projects were submitted to TxDOT for preliminary inclusion in the TA program call. Additional information on these projects is provided in the next slide. This list highlights the local governments from our region and their proposed projects. These projects were submitted for preliminary inclusion in the statewide TA call. Projects have been submitted in numerous counties across our district. They include projects in Atascosa, Frio, Kendall, Kerr, McMullen, Medina, Uvalde, and Wilson counties. This concludes the information on the TxDOT Statewide Transportation Alternatives call for projects, and we will move on to efforts by AAMPO. In addition to TxDOT's project call, AAMPO is also requesting input to prioritize transportation projects in the region's fiscal year 2023-2026 to Transportation Improvement Program. AAMPO has several funding sources that they coordinate through the federal process. They include Transportation Alternatives Programs, referred to as TA, Surface Transportation Block Grants, also known as STBG, and Congestion Mitigation Air Quality Funding, referenced as CMAQ. Bicycle and pedestrian infrastructure is eligible within these funding sources. The funds are available to metropolitan planning areas of the Alamo Area MPO, which incorporates Bexar, Comal, Guadalupe, and a portion of Kendall County. Projects and programs have been submitted through this program call by local governments, universities, transit providers, and TxDOT. And those projects are currently going through a public involvement process. The projects that have been submitted can be found at www.alamoareampo.org/yourmove. This is a map of AAMPO's call for projects. For a full list of projects and programs and more information on AAMPO's efforts, please visit www.alamoareampo.org/yourmove. The next few slides show projects in Bexar County, the City of Alamo Heights, and the City of San Antonio that have been specifically included in this public hearing to garner public comments based on the inclusion of bike facilities within the project. Please note the plans for these projects may be subject to change, since they are still being designed. Projects will proceed to final design, letting, and construction following the public hearing comment period and environmental clearance. The formal comment period will close on June 18, 2021. Bexar County is proposing to add 1.27 miles of a 6-foot dedicated bike lane and a 6-foot sidewalk to Crestway Road in northern Bexar County from Kitty Hawk to FM 1976, also known as Gibbs Sprawl Road. This is considered Phase 3 of a larger roadway improvement project. This project is planned to let in the spring of 2022 and is estimated to be complete in the fall of 2025. This project is estimated to cost $8 million and is being funded through a combination of Bexar County and federal funds allocated by the Alamo Area MPO and administered by TxDOT. No right-of-way will be required. For more information on this project, please visit https://www.bear.org. A direct link is provided in the slide and will be available on the San Antonio Annual Bike Meeting webpage as well. The second project is a joint project between the City of Alamo Heights and TxDOT. This is a roadway rehabilitation project that would include bicycle and pedestrian accommodations. Proposed improvements include 0.7 miles of 5-foot bike lanes and 5 to 6-foot sidewalks, and will connect to the City of San Antonio's Broadway Project. Throughout the project area, roadway rehabilitation, intersection improvements, landscaping, lighting, signs, and signal improvements are planned to be implemented. No new right-of-way will be required. The State Loop 368, also known as Broadway Project, costs approximately $26 million and uses federal, state, and local funding. The project is anticipated to let in the winter of 2023, and construction is estimated to be complete in the fall of 2026. The City of San Antonio is proposing to construct improvements along South Presa in Bexar County from West Boyer to Southeast Military, also known as Loop 13. This project will be implementing bike and pedestrian corridor enhancements. The project is approximately 3.75 miles of complete street improvements. The project is planned to let in the winter of 2021 and is estimated to be complete by the winter 2023. This project is estimated to cost $11 million and is being funded through a combination of City of San Antonio funds and federal funds allocated by the Alamo Area MPO and administered by TxDOT. This project would require the acquisition of approximately 3.03 acres of right-of-way consisting of small areas from 10 parcels, resulting in proposed right-of-way width ranging from 53 to 127 feet. Also, a 0.06 acre permanent drainage easement would be required to implement proposed drainage improvements. Although additional right-of-way would be required, no residential or non-residential structures are anticipated to be displaced at this time. Information concerning services and benefits available to affected property owners and information about the tentative schedule for right-of-way acquisition and construction can be obtained from the City of San Antonio's Public Works Department by calling Sean Bouvet at 210-207-5836. The following project is anticipated to impact the following properties protected under Section 4F of the Department of Transportation's Act of 1966. 1. Robert B. Greene School at 122 West Whittier Street. 2. Southern Folger Detention Equipment Company at 4634 South Presa Street. 3. The San Antonio State Hospital at 5802 South Presa Street. And 4, formerly McKinley Avenue Methodist Church, 2926 South Presa Street. And 5, 1929 Mission Revival Fire Street and Garage at 3203 South Presa Street and 3209 Roosevelt Steves. For more information on this project, you can visit https://www.sanantonio.gov/public works or contact Sean Bouvet This is the last project of the public hearing, and now we are going to outline how you can comment on the previous projects and programs. There are several ways to submit your questions and comments regarding TxDOT's bicycle program and the projects presented in this presentation. You may go to www.txdot.gov and search for San Antonio District Annual Bicycle Public Hearing, and this is where you can find comment forms and an interactive survey, which we'll discuss in the next slide. Comment forms can also be mailed to TxDOT San Antonio District. Attention, Miss Darcy Chapoul, 4615 Northwest Loop 410, San Antonio, Texas, 78229, or you may leave a verbal comment at 833-933-0444. All of your statements, comments, and questions will be given careful consideration during the preparation of the public hearing summary report. Furthermore, all information in regard to this public hearing will also be posted on the hearing webpage at txdot.gov. Keyword search, San Antonio District Annual Bicycle Public Hearing. Comments must be received or postmarked by Friday, June 18, 2021 to be included in the official record. Now we will tell you about an interactive way to give feedback on your bicycle preference. At previous bike meetings, we have requested your input on bicycle projects, programs, and policies. This year, we're excited to provide you with an opportunity to participate in an interactive survey that will help us gather more information about the region as it relates to cycling. This survey includes questions associated with known barriers, marking issues on a map, and identifying bike facility preferences. Please take the time to provide your input and feel free to share the survey with others in your network. The information gathered through the survey will be shared on the same website as the exhibits and the final hearing document. Here you will find the key contacts within the San Antonio districts whose responsibilities include ensuring successful planning, development, and construction of bicycle and pedestrian facilities. We sincerely appreciate your interest in the San Antonio District Bicycle Program. Your questions, comments, concerns will receive careful consideration. Thank you very much. This concludes the presentation and the hearing is now adjourned.